that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after many?
Good morning, Warriors. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite crypto news related channel. And I had to come at you live for the Sunday morning pump we are experiencing with XRP. Now, a couple of major catalysts have already occurred, guys. We've said it for weeks. Daily closure above 260, we can check that off. Weekly closure above 285. We were just below that last week. It appears that we've checked that off as well. Now, the real question we have to ask ourselves, will XRP get a weekly closure above $3.50? Live chat, I'm coming at you for the question. One's for yes, two's for no. My belief is absolutely here on this Sunday. Now, we are going to be coming at you live tonight as well. Johnny Krypto going to be joining us for a live stream. But like I've said for a while, whenever we can go live and celebrate with our community, we are going to take advantage. And like I've said time and time again, if you're going to be successful for this crypto bull market, you absolutely need a profit plan. Knowing when you're buying, knowing when you're selling. This is going to set you apart from 99% of retail investors. And there's a piece of data that correlates with this. 80% of retail investors buy an asset with no plan of when to sell. So if you create a plan whatsoever, I'm going to take profit at $100. That's simple. You are setting yourself apart. And this is why we created Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. And as you guys can tell, it's always located up on the top right for a reason. I am showing you the Merlin mock portfolio right now. And anybody who's been with us for a year knows that this portfolio was trading at less than $100,000 less than 12 months ago. In October, this was an $88,000 portfolio. Today, it is a $232,000 mock portfolio. And a large reason of that is because of XRP. So for the XRP community in particular, you must be planned for all-time highs. You must know when you're taking profit, and you must know exactly how much profit you're going to make at specific price targets. So if you'd like to take advantage of this completely free, click on the link down below, create an exit plan, create a profit plan, and figure out exactly what price target you need, XRP, Bitcoin, or whatever digital asset to reach in order to get to your financial goal. And people have many massively different goals in this market here, guys. But I'm going to take you through some data here that goes to show the XRP community, our profit, it's already in our portfolios. For a long time, we were speculating about this moment of mass adoption for XRP. On Friday, President Trump, as I showed you guys, officially signed the Genius Act. And what does that mean? Stablecoin regulation is in full effect here inside the United States. There are clear rules, clear guidelines, and from this point forward, we should witness the stablecoin market expand in a way that we have never seen before. But if you guys enjoy this type of content, show us some love, smash that like button, and subscribe to the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel. Now, I've got a massive update for you guys in regards to GEC, as over the weekend, we passed 10,000 subscribers in less than 100 days. Shout out to the best community in all of crypto, guys, and a massive welcome to all of our new subscribers. Now, here's the exciting part of that. We are going to be raffling off a signed David Schwartz hat, absolutely free, here on the Good Evening Crypto channel. That's one of the ways that we're going to be celebrating our $10,000 or 10,000 subscriber accomplishment. So I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to anybody who watches this show, tunes into every episode, and appreciates the content. Not only are our subscribers going, many of our listeners' portfolio value is growing right now. And to me, that is what's most important. But let's break down some of the data that I was looking forward to providing today. Now, big shout out to the digital asset investor. He put these screenshots out this morning, and it's so obvious that the XRP community was correct the entire time. Now, here's the two pieces of data. First of all, when we look at what Bitcoin's done over the past year or so, 77% returns, that is phenomenal. Any asset that can give you 77% in 12 months, that's an asset that I would like to own. So shout out to the Bitcoin community, up 1,500% in 5 years. Well, the XRP community just topped that. 500% in one single year and 600% gains over the past 5 years for the first time in a very long time. the XRP community and the XRP price chart is profiting more than the Bitcoin community and the Bitcoin price chart. And I think this journey is really just beginning here in 2025. We were fortunate enough to interview Jake Claver on Friday, and I'm sure many of our listeners, if not all of you, saw the interview I posted on Friday on this channel and the clear correlation between United States debt collapse, the United States debt catalyst, and the XRP price chart being leveraged as a solution. This is just beginning here. So anybody who's coming into this conversation, asking if you're too late, asking if the XRP price is too high, they said that at 50 cents. They said, is it too high at $1? They said, is it too high at $2? Now they're saying, is it too high at $3.50? I want to give a special shout out to Coach JV who said this. They're the same people who are going to be asking, is it too late to buy XRP at $10? And the answer will be the same. Absolutely not. So just get ready, guys. This whole journey is just getting started. And look at the second portion of this tweet. I think it's very important as well. If XRP continues to outperform Bitcoin by the same factor as the past year, and Bitcoin reaches $1 million, XRP would be worth approximately $193 by the time Bitcoin reaches $1 million. Now, Bitcoin is going to reach $1 million at some point, and there's a big anti-Bitcoin community out there. Doesn't even matter whether Bitcoin survives, whether Bitcoin dies. XRP is set up for success over the next half decade or so. We do have 6,100 live listeners here joining us on a Sunday morning. Show us some love. Smash that like button. We got 589 watching on the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel too. So a special shout out to all of our daily listeners on the Good Evening Crypto channel. Now, K Capone, this is how well I know our live chat. He changed his profile picture. Shout out to you, my friend. $10 donation on this Sunday morning. He said, you are killing it, Abs. Cheers to the 10K. Cheers to you, my friend. It's a moment of celebration, and I'm very happy that it happened the same week XRP broke its all-time high. And for anybody who's new to this program, we've been covering XRP since 17 cents on the price chart. We are now trading at $3.51. But here's the important part. This bull flag that we've been describing here for months and months and months, 8 months of sideways trading, we officially broke out on Wednesday of this week. And I called it at that time. This is the week where we can see how parabolic is the XRP price chart. Now in November, we got 400% gains in only 25 days. Remember that. 400% gains in only 25 days. Now, if we're witnessing something similar here in 2025, that would mean the XRP price chart would go from about $2 in value. If we just repeat this structure right here, we are talking about an $8 XRP in the calendar year of 2025. So live chat, I'm going to throw the comments up on screen. Ones, if you think we get to $8 this calendar year. Twos, if you think we stay below that number in 2025. Massive thank you to the Mac Attack as well. Mac A, $5 donation. Shout out to you, my friend. Hopefully you're profiting a ton during this whole movement we're experiencing. Sending love all the way from Australia. Smash the like button for the boys. Shout out to you, Mac. We appreciate every single one of our daily listeners. Now, there is somebody who thinks, shout out to my batch. He says, I don't think we're going to $8. And whether we get to $8, one thing that we know for sure, we are reaching all-time high because we are already there for the XRP community. And this data really speaks for itself. Even during the January pump, where it was euphoria, it was excitement, we only reached $3.40. So even the trading range that we are at right now, this is all-time high for the weekly chart. This is all-time high for the daily chart. And I think our listeners are going to start to understand this may just be the beginning of a much larger move for the XRP community. So I couldn't be more excited that people are understanding we're not late. The price isn't too high. This journey is just getting started. And the catalyst that we've outlined time and time again, we need a market structure bill. That's in the process of happening. We needed the stablecoin bill. That has been implemented here inside the United States. So we already got the Genius Act. Now we need the Clarity Act. Then we will see crypto ETFs come in at a rapid rate towards the back end of 2025. This is going to lead to billions and billions of dollars coming into the XRP price chart, and the market cap multiplier that Zach Rector, Mikkel, all these great analysts always cover. This, to me, we're going to figure out if this is a real impact or not. If we see $4 billion of new liquidity move the XRP price chart $1, we're going to know for sure we need to consider this when creating our exit plan with Merlin. And I want to remind you guys, when it comes to Merlin, 30 days, completely free. And I'm going to pump this super hard today because what I believe is people who don't have an exit plan, they're going to be euphoric. They're going to be surrounded by emotions. They may even make irrational decisions. But the people who know, all right, I'm waiting for a $10 XRP. I'm going to sell 1,000 tokens at that price. You're just patient, you're waiting, and you've already created your plan. That removes 99% of the emotion. And like you guys saw, we're going to change this from calling it an exit plan on Good Evening Crypto to a profit plan, because you're going to need a plan to take profit during this crypto bull run. And Merlin is the application to get that done. So click on the link down below, 30 days completely free. It greatly helps me out. If you like to support the channel in a free manner, check out Merlin, click on the link directly below this video. But I wanted to show you guys an interesting thread here from Raoul Paul, and he's talking about alt season and XRP in particular. So we're going to break down some of these details here, guys. We are 11 minutes into today's episode. We got 8,700 people here celebrating and enjoying the XRP pump. I'm going to continue to go back and forth between the price chart, but I wanted to take you guys through a couple of interesting threads that I think you're all going to appreciate through today's episode. Raoul Paul commented on alt season. Alt season can be amazing or devastating. First, the tide doesn't lift all boats, so asset allocation is crucial. Second, remember it usually happens in rolling bumps on different tokens. FOMO at these times will kill, but conviction will pay off. And the XRP community knows this. Just a year ago, we were a cult, we were a stablecoin, we were a meme token, we were a pre-mined banker coin. Now, we are one of the most, if not the most, profitable token in the top 10 for the entire digital asset class. So couldn't be more excited that the tides are already shifting here. But let's continue with what Raoul Paul had to say. What is conviction? Your token must outperform Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin to even matter. And it needs to have weekly charts that prove that. For me, SUI has a good chance to outperform this year. Your mileage may vary. The time horizon matters too. You will destroy your capital if you flip around too much. And I've always advocated against this. Don't jump from Hedera to Stellar or Stellar to Solana to chase a pump. Instead, understand what you own. Don't be scared out of these projects and build your portfolio from scratch. Don't sell your XRP to buy Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin to buy XRP. Look at your Bitcoin portfolio, say, I don't have an XRP, and start accumulating XRP tokens using the diminishing value of the US dollar. So use that to your advantage. There are zero short-term traders who actually accrue wealth in markets. It's an engagement trap on X. So all these short-term traders who claim they're making massive amounts off meme coin trades and leverage trades, those are the exception. That's not the rule. Most of these short-term traders are not making huge profit. It's the long-term investors who make great wealth in the bull market. The richest crypto investors I know found Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana early-ish and did nothing but hold. So sometimes inaction is the best form of action. But how to know what to hold? You need to be able to prove the network effects over time, growing number of wallets, and growing total amount transacted on the network. An early look is growing number of developers. It also needs to persist over time. So again, another reason I chose SUI, but your mileage may vary. Finding the right token to hold is the entire game. If you insert your bag, let's use XRP. If XRP is not outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, or isn't forming a chart pattern that you suggest will outperform on the weekly time horizon, then you are married to the wrong bag. My bag is mainly SUI with ETH via NFTs as a matter of others. XRP, he has Doge, he has Bitcoin, he has Solana. I'm a mercenary for my own capital and may have to switch it at will. All will be flagged in GMI and possibly the pro macro, but I will try my best and flag it here. But subs get full reasoning and early look. I won't get the best performing token either, but directionally and risk adjusted, I try my best. This is the greatest macro risk trading environment of all time, and crypto is the greatest trade of all. Last statement, don't F this up. Create a plan today. And I'm going to say it again. Use Merlin completely free. Click on the link below the video so you have a plan for what Raoul Paul is discussing, because there's a certain portion of the XRP community. And I know this because I talk to dozens of people every single day, specifically about XRP or any other digital asset. There's a large portion of this community that's celebrating and excited. There's another portion of the XRP community who's saying, I wish I bought more. Is it too late to buy? Can I still buy XRP? Should I be adding to my bags? And nobody has a crystal ball here, guys. But the reality is the XRP community knows when it comes to real world adoption, That's our moment to shine. And we are still real world adoption here in 2025. Now, I just saw we got another donation. Massive thank you to Jonathan Hawley. He said, thank you, Abs, for being the best show. 589 all the way. I'm up 500% from your advice. Shout out to you, Jonathan. And the great part about that, I'm sure there's thousands of other people who are up millions of dollars, if not thousands and thousands of dollars from their XRP investment. Congratulations to you guys for taking initiative and buying the asset that we've been talking about. Now, Clinton, I just saw Abs should show my XRP chart I just posted on X. One's in chat if you want Clinton's chart. I'm going to make an effort to pull it up in the background. We already got 900 people watching on the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel. Be sure, smash that like button and subscribe to my brand new channel. And here's something I'm doing for you guys. You're getting an update every single day on this channel, whether it's a weekend, whether it's a live stream, whether it's short form content. We are going to give you as much content as possible, especially during these bullish times. Now, look at this data here, and I want you guys to just appreciate this. In the last 30 days, XRP is up 66%. Ethereum is up 15%. SUI is up 51%. Litecoin, 42%. And Solana is up 30%. Projects like HBAR and Stellar, they are both up over 50% in the last 30 days. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. And this is the sign that alt season is kicking off here in the summer of 2025. Anybody who hasn't been through this before should understand what we're seeing right now is exactly what we saw in 2017 and in 2021. Bitcoin creates a new all-time high. It does sideways trading, and these altcoins begin to explode. And through that sideways trading and the value of these altcoins continuing to accumulate, we see Bitcoin dominance fall, which is exactly what Gonzo has been saying for several months on this channel. Now, Messi said XLM is actually up 85% in the past 30 days. Shout out to the XLM community and HBAR community, another massive portion of this market who's making a ton of money right now. So shout out to you guys for all your success. Now, there is this chart, which I thought was great. XRP is forming a crazy breakout, short-term target, $5.50. Now, here's the real question. Will we get to $5.89? That's the moment that I'm truly waiting for. KG commented, my brother is saying don't sell till later in the year, but BC Backer is saying in the next 3 weeks could be the top. Here's how I do it, guys. I set price targets that I'm waiting for, right? So if XRP hits $10, I go into my Merlin. I know exactly how much profit I'm taking during that time. XRP goes to $1,000. I know exactly how much profit I'm taking at that time. It removes all the stress from these crypto bull markets, having to decide arbitrarily, where am I going to take profit? Where am I going to add to my bag? Merlin is the solution, guys. And I'll say it time and time again. The reason that I'm talking so much about Merlin this morning is because we are getting positive price action. We're getting that pump that we've all been predicting. And the people who have an exit plan are excited. And the people who don't are trying to decide what to do right now. Kevin commented, why don't you share your profit plans? Well, guys, I can't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I can only tell you what I'm doing. And I think giving you specific price targets on this channel would not do us justice. People need to create their own plan depending on how much crypto they have, what their time horizon is, which assets do they own. Everybody has their own unique exit strategy. And that's why I'm here talking to you guys about it on this Sunday morning. Create your plan right now before XRP starts doing a $4, $5, $6, $8, $10, $50 XRP. If you don't have a plan during that time, you're not going to make the right decisions. The evidence is stacked against you. So take advantage, guys. This person said, Abs, what is your XLM price prediction for this cycle? I believe with conviction, I'll give you a low one. I believe with conviction, a $1 XLM, it's written in the cards. So shout out to you guys. Kai Cat commented, Abs, how much does Merlin cost? Well, Merlin, 30 days completely free. Get in there, take advantage of every single product. After 30 days, we will begin to ask you if you'd like to be charged. From that point forward, $18 a month, guys. $18 a month to create an exit plan and remove all the stress. And think about it this way. If Merlin helps you profit $10,000, $5,000, $1,000 or more, then it's worth $20 a month. It really is that simple. So get into this app, take advantage of it. And you guys know this isn't some big company that founded this channel or something. This is our application. I am a part of this company and I can speak for the validity of what we've created here. Someone said, is Merlin available in Sweden? Merlin currently is only available in the United States and Canada. But if you're offshore, go and check it out and you'll find a solution for yourselves, if you know what I mean. So head on over to our website. If you're a European, you'll see there's ways to use Merlin, even if you're not in the US. Somebody said, call it $3.84. I think that's the XRP all-time high, but the reality is, guys, a lot of people are saying that the real XRP all-time high in the United States is $3.41 because we never had a price target hit above that on a US exchange up until this week, where we got our first weekly closure above $3.49. And I meant daily closure here. I'm going to play you guys a little clip from Jake Claver. I want to give a massive shout out to everybody who's enjoying this stream. We got over 12,700 people here. If you're enjoying the stream, show us some love. Smash that like button. I want to give a special thank you to K Capone, to Mac Attack, and to Jonathan for their donations. Those are much appreciated, guys. And I'm so excited to be celebrating this with you. Now, this is Jake Claver, and he's got a phenomenal breakdown of how XRP could reach triple digits or even quadruple digits. And I asked him, if you zoom out, January 1st, 2026, what is your XRP price prediction? Here was his response. What's your 2020? Let's go January 1st, 2026. Where do we think XRP could be and how do we get there?
If all of the events and catalysts play out in the time frame that I think that they will, $1,500, $2,000 XRP.
What's your 2020? Let's go January 1st, 2026. Where do we think XRP could be and how do we get there? We have to play it twice, guys.
If all of the events and catalysts play out in the time frame that I think that they will, $1,500, $2,000 XRP.
What's your... So, guys, let me know. What would you do if you woke up, let's call it in 3 months, and XRP was even $100? What would that do for you? Would you buy a home? Would you start a business? Would you pay off your debt? Throw that in the live chat because a lot of times people miss out on this. We're not just in this market to watch the number go up. We are in this market to change our lives and set our families up for success. That is what we're doing right here. I want to give a huge thank you to Voice Art with the $4.99. It is greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much for your live donation. Shout out to you. And somebody said, there was a great comment here. Let me see if I can find it. They're moving pretty quickly. This one said, do you have a link to Merlin? Sorry, do you have to link Merlin to your exchange? You don't have to, but what's great about Merlin, one click, you can synchronize all your exchanges through a third-party application we have called Vesgo. Now, what's great about that, we don't have access to your crypto. There's no security risk. Nobody can touch your crypto if you use Merlin. We are a software application that allows you to create a plan. So if you're worried about security, there is essentially no security risk to your crypto by using the Merlin application. We don't even have access to your assets. Just keep that in mind, guys. Somebody said, we broke the market cap in 2025. Shout out to Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon, big shout out to you. You've been here for years. I'm sure you're enjoying a lot of success. So shout out to all the people who have been through this grind over the last few years together with the Good Morning Crypto and the Good Evening Crypto community. Now, big thank you to Rob, $5 dono. Shout out to you, my friend. Abs, would you diversify between XRP and Bitcoin for a balanced portfolio or go all in with XRP for a 5-year outlook? Congrats on the 10,000 subs. Shout out to you, Rob. And here, I'm going to keep it simple. My personal portfolio is heavily allocated towards XRP. That's why I cover it every day. I'm so excited about this. But the reality is I own Bitcoin. So I think everybody should have some exposure. Not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but hypothetically, if this was me, I'd go with an 80-20 or 90-10 strategy. Go 85% XRP, 15% Bitcoin, and you're setting yourself up for success over these next few years. Another thing to know about Bitcoin and XRP, they typically move at different times. So you may be able to take some of your Bitcoin profit, because that typically moves first. Take that profit, use it towards accumulating altcoins after that price pump. Just a little word of advice from my own experience here, guys. I want to give a shout out to Reckless Fool with the $1.99. Massive thank you to you, my friend. And look at the profile picture. This man's living the dream out on the water. He said, Abs, blink twice if $25 XRP is in the room with you now. I wish I could. I'm going to have to blink more than twice because we're looking at 350. Someday, this community will wake up and see a $25 XRP. It's essentially written in the cards. Look at what Alex Cobb has to say. I mean, Alex Cobb is phenomenal. Kid's been here since 2017, streaming all the time. It's like, even just last year, I remember watching Cobb streams, XRP's 40 cents, XRP's 50 cents. Now Alex Cobb is streaming at a $3.50 XRP. We're only at 2x away from $7. we're a 1.5x away from a $10 XRP. I mean, it really is. It's written in the cards, my friends. It really is just about patience at this point. Huge thank you to Xavier. Xavier says, shout out to you. Usually he's got the celebration emojis. He said, another great morning. You may even get tired of winning in the XRP community. So much winning, so much excitement, so much positive energy in the air for the people who have been here for years. Shout out to all the people who set themselves and their family up for success. Now, Krypto good with the $2 dono. Massive thank you and shout out to you. He said, Jake Claver, 1,500 to 2,000. Bro, I'd be a multi-millionaire. Get it in your head, my friend. Start telling yourselves, I am already a multi-millionaire. I'm just in the process of bringing that to fruition. This person said, HBAR is my biggest bag. Shout out to the HBAR community because that's a community. Your journey's just getting started as well. And you look at some of these altcoins. I was looking at the VeChain price chart. I was looking at the Gala price chart. There's a bunch of altcoins that are lower in market cap that appeared to have created a double bottom and are ready for some huge moves. You heard it here first. I own both those assets. I'm just calling it out arbitrarily. These projects are going to move, right? VeChain looks primed. Gala looks primed. Stellar looks primed. HBAR looks primed. Chainlink, $20. AVAX looks primed. These digital assets are set to explode. And we finally have the catalyst that we've been talking about starting to come to fruition here in 2025. The big, beautiful bill, the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, crypto ETFs, a resolution in the Rippleverse SEC lawsuit, you name it, we're getting it here in 2025. Now, live chat, I'd love to ask you, ones in chat, if you think we get the weekly closure, 8 p.m. tonight, above $3.50. Twos in chat, if you think we stay below that number for the remainder of the day. Somebody said Pepe looks primed. I have no idea about Pepe. I've never owned a meme coin. Fun fact about me, technically I own Dogecoin, if you guys consider that a meme coin, but I only bought it because it was in the top 10 at the time. I've never bought Pepe. I've never bought Shiba Inu. I've never bought an XRPL meme coin. Instead, I just like to accumulate the assets that I fully understand. So shout out to the meme coin community. I hope you guys make a ton of money. I'm going to take you through an interesting and fun update, again, from a friend of the channel, Gary Cardone. And somebody said this. So the Bitcoin community, they can't understand why the XRP price chart is pumping right now. Gordon commented, altcoin Gordon, Michael Saylor would be up 2x today if he had bought XRP instead of Bitcoin. Think about that. Michael Saylor would have made more money implementing the same strategy with XRP that he did with Bitcoin. So that's so important because there's thousands of other companies looking at this data and going, why don't we just launch an XRP treasury? And we've already seen 8 of them. There's a company out there, I think it's in South Korea. Somebody can correct me on that. They are launching a $500 million XRP treasury strategy, and they're actually traded on the NASDAQ. So massive, massive news there. Favo Ford, shout out to you. I always see you in the live chat, so I want to give a special thank you to you. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you being here every day. He commented, was I wrong to convert Bitcoin to XRP? Only had like $500. So let me know when you did that, Favo. I'd love to hear, and then I'll comment. I'll give you the kind of back end of that. Really depends on what you did, but to be honest, you're going to get a higher return on your investment from XRP as opposed to Bitcoin. And that's already happening, right? Every mainstream media outlet right now, they're talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's only up 15% this month. XRP up 66%. And even when you zoom out and you look at the year, XRP's up 500% on the year, where a project like Bitcoin is doing phenomenal. It's 77%. It's not even in the same category as a project like XRP, up 500% this calendar year. And there's more people coming into this market on a daily basis than we've ever seen before. Retail investors are just beginning to buy altcoins. Most retail investors out there still don't know what crypto is. They think all crypto is Bitcoin. They think all Bitcoin is crypto. We are going to see this asset class expand starting right now because CNBC, Fox News, CNN, they're going to be covering crypto at large, telling everybody the big players are here. It can be in your retirement fund. It's regulated. There's no uncertainty. It's not just for criminals. It's a store of value. All these narratives are coming to the mainstream media, and our entire community is here before that mass adoption moment. We do have 15,500 people here, guys. If you're enjoying this content, show us some love, smash that like button, and be sure to subscribe to my brand new Good Evening Crypto channel, where you're going to get live streams like this Sunday morning, Saturday night, exclusive interviews, daily updates, all of that and more on the Good Evening Crypto channel. And the best part is we are giving away a signed David Schwartz hat to celebrate reaching 10,000 subscribers. That's a major deal. I couldn't be more excited. And I know there's people out there who haven't seen the hat. I'm going to play a video after we break down this Gary Cardone clip, and I'm going to show you guys the hat as well. I'll grab the hat. I'll show you what's in the works here for the 2025. I'm just going to play a quick video here. Donald Trump telling us it's a new day and age for the United States of America.
The Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after?
2 years after, and then he just goes on. But the reality is, who would have thought we were saying that just 10 months ago? Before Donald Trump made it clear that America was going to become the crypto capital of the world, we had no idea if digital assets were even here to stay. Remember that. In 2022, only 3 years ago, XRP was 30 cents, Bitcoin was 16 grand, and there was a rumor going around that crypto exchanges were going to be kicked out of the United States. That's a real thing that we had to overcome here. Now, I did just see massive $5 donation. Shout out to Pancho Hernandez, a daily listener and founded in 1961. See, I know you guys. I know you guys like the back of my hand. Pancho says, Abs, congratulations on the 10,000 GEC subs. Now spin that wheel and give me my hat. Shout out to Pancho. I love the optimism. I know the hat is going to get in the right hands. And this is the hat right here, guys. We are going to be giving away a signed David Schwartz hat. Got this signed at XRP Las Vegas. It's a Merlin hat. We're going to be giving this away absolutely free. Now, what you have to do to win, you must be subscribed to the Good Evening Crypto channel, and you must show up to the live stream because we are going to call you on air after we raffle this off. So if you want a chance to win, subscribe to the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel, and you're not only going to get great updates, you're going to get great content. We're going to make money together. You're going to talk about, you want to talk about a great community, Atlantic Living. Shout out to this person as well. Always putting thoughtful and insightful questions and comments in chat. Atlantic Living said, Abs, you must increase the bullishness. It's the biggest bullishness. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the greatest bullishness you've ever seen. The United States of America is in the process of becoming the crypto capital of the world, and XRP will take center stage during that time. I've said it time and time again, but I'm going to read you through a little cope here, what I like to call cope, from a Bitcoin investor in Gary Cardone. And Gary Cardone is a friend of the show. He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. People are so critical of Gary because of his XRP takes. I do want to remind people he's still an individual, still got a family. Shout out to Gary Cardone for being willing to put his opinions out there and be criticized the way he is. Now, let's get into this opinion right here. So as I showed you guys, if Michael Saylor had implemented his same strategy using XRP instead of Bitcoin, he would be up 2x today in profit. So he would have made more money doing it with XRP than he would have with Bitcoin. Long story short. Well, Gary Cardone saw this and he found it to be very interesting. And he talks about this in this tweet that we're going to break down right now. Guys, just a reminder, smash that like button and subscribe. I couldn't be more thankful that we reached 10,000 subs. Share your thoughts in the chat as well. I'm going to throw the comments up on screen here while we go through this Twitter thread together. So Gary commented, Gordon, Michael Saylor would be bankrupt and have endless lawsuits if he had put anything other than Bitcoin on his balance sheet. He already had the cash and did not need to rename it to XRP. However, if this hypothetical has value for consideration, the true loser is Ripple and its management team, as well as the shareholders and the XRP holders, as Ripple could easily adopt XRP on its balance sheet and repeat the same strategy that Michael Saylor has implemented. If their token has true value, integrations around the world, capable of volatility, big float, all the things Wall Street loves and solves, but tons of issues for XRP. So this is his statement here. The XRP community should be frustrated that Ripple hasn't done the same thing as Michael Saylor. That's what he's trying to say. What would Ripple be worth if your hypothetical has legs? Must be a reason that they are dragging their feet. It's kind of odd that no one is talking about it. The XRP army, why haven't your leaders created an XRP strategic reserve for the company, Ripple? So live chat, throw some comments in there. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And I did get 2 more donations. Shout out to the 5 bomb from Rob Amsler with the super sticker and the motorcycle. Shout out to you, my friend, as we begin to break this down. Massive thank you for the $5 donation. It's massively appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough. Jay Portagi, shout out to this daily listener. He's here every single day. Big thank you for the $5 donation. Abs and crew, thank you for all you do, making GMC and GEC great every day. Family, for sure. We got our own family here. We're not going through this bull run alone. We are going through this process together. And GEC, we're going to make GEC the crypto capital of the world. We're going to steal that line from Donald Trump. It's going to be the biggest, best crypto YouTube channel you've ever seen, right? Live chat, I'm coming at you for a question. I'd love to hear ones if you would like to see Ripple implement the same strategy as Michael Saylor, which means putting the XRP in the escrow on their balance sheet, going public, borrowing against that asset to accrue debt, putting that debt into XRP, XRP increasing in value, that whole cycle. One's in chat if you want Ripple to do it. Two's in chat if you love what Ripple's doing and you don't think they need to add the reserve narrative into the conversation. Let me know live chat, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And then I'm going to break it down and give my own opinion. One's for yes, two's for no. I got the comments on screen as they roll in. Robert Russell, massive thank you to the Canadians. Shout out to all the Canadians out there. May I ask your top 5 tokens under 10 cents? Now, Robert, you can ask. I can't necessarily give you a bunch of tokens that are under 10 cents because here's what's important about crypto. The market cap and the amount of users is more important than the value of a token. For example, an asset like XRP, which is only $3.50 per unit, is the 4th largest market cap, over $200 billion in value. So you just got to reframe it and think about which projects have a low market cap that also present a great opportunity. And those projects are Hedera, it's Chainlink, it's AVAX, it's Stellar. Now, those projects are still in the top 100, but they are outside the top 10, and those will have massive18opportunity for newer investors. Atlantic Living is here, and I want to give a massive shout out to Johnny Cage, who gave the first ever $500 dono on this channel. So shout out to Johnny Cage. Atlantic Living said, Cardone once said on your show that Visa will purchase Ripple with ease. Oh my, can you imagine if we listened to Cardone, Raoul Paul, Investment Answers, or etc.? Because of you, Mario, and others, we held. And I say this really often. I think people need to appreciate it even more, that sometimes the best form of action is inaction. Sometimes the best thing to do is absolutely nothing at all. And Johnny G from Texas, that's a great comment. He said, Bitcoin dominance is about to fall under 60%. Shout out to Gonzo. Why is this important? This is a sign for alt season, right? Bitcoin dominance going under 60% means that altcoins now consist of over 40% of the market cap for crypto. That's why we're seeing Ethereum 3,700, XRP 350, so on and so forth. Now, this person commented, no offense, $18 seems a little bit high for Merlin. I appreciate that feedback. He said, I'm not trying to be negative. I don't think this is negative, but this is the reality, guys. If Merlin helps you make thousands of dollars in profit, $18 a month to track all your crypto in one location, create a plan, remove all the stress, to me, seems logical. Don't forget, we do tons of stuff. We have a great customer service team. Massive things coming with Merlin. So check it out, 30 days free. And if you want to, after 30 days, stick around, pay the $18. But you can use everything for free for 30 days. Remember that important detail. Ed Gidcombe commented, $10 donation. Massive thank you to Ed. Thoughts on XDC? Appreciate you. Appreciate your donation. I own XDC. XDC is going to be very important for the tokenization of contracts for the banking system. So XDC is going to have a major role, and XDC ISO compliant. Transactions can move fast enough for the banks to leverage XDC. So I'm a big believer and I own the token. For love, shout out to Hublot in chat. Now's the time to get on it. Exactly, guys. Get in there, create a plan for yourself, and understand that if you do not have a plan for this crypto bull market, you're going to be reacting off of emotions. So make a plan today and look at the exit plan that we have in here on the Merlin application. People often ask, what's your exit plan, guys? In this mock portfolio we show you guys, we have an exit plan right here. We have 26,000 tokens. Our average price is 42 cents. Our exit plan sells 65% of our tokens, holding 35% long-term. And this is a mock portfolio. Keep that in mind. But we're selling 30% of our tokens at $5. We're selling 50% of our exit plan at $10 or $9.98. and we're selling the remaining 20% at $12.36. Now, if we complete this exit plan, that would be $150,000 with an estimated revenue of 140 grand and our taxes owed at about $30,000. So that's the power of an exit plan. And that's the reason that we promote this thing every single day. Merlin is the only app that does this. There's not a lot. Tell me another app that has an exit plan, $18 a month. You can track all your crypto. It really is unique. And we get so much positive feedback. Now, this person said, Jay Portagi, thank you to you. Shout out to you. Abs, do you work out daily? Every single day. And here's my hack as well. If I can't work out, I go for a swim in the ocean, or I do a long 20, 25-minute sauna session, sweat out the demons, as they say. So those are two secrets I like to implement. I also do ice baths. I take Celtic salt. I do black seed oil, tons of things, because health is wealth, my friends. We can't enjoy a $5 XRP if my heart isn't pumping, if I'm not walking around and enjoying life. So shout out to there. Thoughts on the ZBAC network, said Mac A. I don't own this project. I think there's credible people who do. Shout out to Zach Rector. Mac, I would send this question to Zach Rector. I apologize. Huge thank you for the $2 donation, but I don't own ZBAC. I do think it has a real world use case. The art of read, not the art of the deal. The art of read here. Abs, as a working artist, I have vested a large portion of my commissions so I can someday honestly say that I made $1 million with my artwork. Thanks for helping me get that closer. Shout out to you. The art of read, making smart decisions out there. Great, great decision. Kevin said, Abs, I have an interesting question for you. Are you selling off a portion of XRP when it reaches your profit plan numbers, or are you taking a loan against your XRP? That's a great question. Now, you know what's interesting, guys? I got to be honest, because I do so much live content. I often have these thoughts live on air. I was interviewing Jake the other day, and the rational question came to mind. Why don't I just work with Jake's company, right? I was thinking that. I'm like, why don't I just work with Jake, get a wealth manager at his company, and start borrowing against my XRP instead of creating an exit plan? Now, I do have an exit plan where I'm going to be taking profit because I think XRP is going to hit some crazy high price targets. I think we're going to see $15, $12 XRP. And if we do, I've been buying this thing since 22 cents. It just makes logical sense to take profit when you've been buying an asset at 20 cents and then it's trading at 15 bucks. How can I own a home, guys. I need to pay off some of this mortgage, right? There's better things to do. There's real world freedom that we can talk about, that we can gain from the growth of XRP. But live chat, once again, let me hear. Do you think XRP passes $4 this week? So I'm not talking about today, before next Sunday. Do you think XRP reaches a $4 price target? One's for yes, two's for no. Ricky Moore, thank you to you for your comment. He said, Abs, you are the truth. Love your knowledge and advice. Now, you already know, guys, they call me the Oracle of Truth in the Mickle Mafia live chat. I want to give a special shout out to many of the content creators that I watch. You guys should all check out. If you love this channel, I love to watch Mickle, Zach Rector, Alex Cobb, Coach JV, like Bearable Bull. These are the other content creators that I watch and I like to learn from. So if you guys are looking for more content creators talking about XRP, check out some of those channels that I just listed. Some XRP Plumbing said, not just XRP, every project that works with Ripple is going to be coming right behind. If you hold 50,000 tokens or more, you're going to be happy with patience. And I agree. Live chat, did you know? Our daily listeners know this. It only takes 2,500 units of XRP to be a top 10% token holder on planet Earth. And I want to give a shout out to one of those top 10%ers, Alex Nari in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family and your mother that you shared that great story. So shout out to everybody there. Super chat, $10. He said, super chat just to support the channel. Thanks, Abs. Honestly, thank you to Alex. I love and appreciate you guys. The love, the support. It's been so awesome going through this market with the community like we have here. XRP is pumping. I want to get on live and talk about it. We got thousands of people. There's 20,000 people here willing to have that conversation with me. So thank you so much. Love Stock said, where is Johnny Krypto? Now, Johnny Krypto, he's living the dream, my friends. I want to give a huge shout out to our boy, Johnny Krypto. He's living the dream. He's enjoying the lake house, but he's going to be joining us tonight for an 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. live stream. So that's another reason to turn the post notifications on. We're going to be doing a second live stream later on tonight, covering many of these exciting topics and seeing what the daily closure is for XRP, because that's going to tell us a lot about what happens over these next couple of weeks. And I wanted to remind you guys of this really quick. There was a David Schwartz story, and that's not the correct tweet. So I'll pull up the XRP price chart while I go over this. There was a David Schwartz story where he sold 40,000 Ethereum to pay for a house. Now that investment would be worth like $50 million or $100 million. That's the mistake I want people to avoid. Even if you don't create an exit plan, never sell 100% of your assets. Never sell 100% of your Bitcoin. Never sell 100% of your XRP. There's no need to. If you really want to get out, sell 90%, sell 80%, and leave that long-term bag. Just set it and forget it and see where it goes over these next 5 years. Because I think people who just sit and wait, you're going to make a ton of money. I mean, it's not even speculation anymore. We're watching it happen. Favo Ford, massive thank you to you, my friend. $5 donation. Is Merlin compatible with Nano X? Thank you for everything. Yes, I use my Ledger Nano. Sorry, I use Merlin to track the profit on my Ledger. So I use Ledger Nano X as well. It's my favorite device. I'm not sponsored by them, but I love their product. And hopefully one day this channel can get a sponsorship from them because I use their product. Shout out to Ledger. I do use the Ledger Nano. And yes, Merlin is 100% applicable. And you can use that on your Ledger. Hopefully I said that in English. Long story short, Merlin works with Ledger. This One-Eyed Willie commented, Abs, please talk about tax-friendly tax location and taxes overall. The IRS rolling with the 1099 DA. Exchanges and banks will send your crypto transactions. Many people are not ready for Uncle Sam. Now, I'm not going to do that during a live stream. What I'll do instead, I think it was One-Eyed Willie, you put that in chat. What I will do instead, me and Johnny will create a short form video on that, and I'll get that published for you guys to set you up for success. People need to remember, you make $1 million in crypto, the tax man, Uncle Sam, you're going to owe him a big portion of that, probably around 30%. So if you make 100 grand, you're going to owe at least 30,000 in taxes, most likely. Just keep that in mind for all of our newer crypto investors. Now, we do have 19,800 people here, 1,300 watching on the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel. Massive thank you and a massive shout out. If you guys enjoy this content, smash that like button and subscribe to the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel. What I'm going to do next, we're going to expand on this conversation. I got some more topics I'm going to take you through. We are 47 minutes into this live stream. So shout out to you guys for all being here on this Sunday morning, just celebrating some of this awesome momentum we're experiencing. And I'm going to play a couple of videos for you. Now, first of all, here's an interesting one. This is from the executive director of the Crypto Council, Bo Hines. And what is he telling us in this video? He's telling us that the United States journey into digital assets, it's just getting started. And the message from the United States, the U.S. is open for crypto business. Here's the video.
I'm interested in how you think that this regulation is going to affect other jurisdictions, other countries.
Oh, I think it's going to have, ripple effect all over the globe. People are going to follow our leader.
You guys heard that. He said, I think it's going to have a ripple effect all over the world. Is he referring to Ripple?
Countries.
Oh, I think it's going to have, ripple effect all over the globe. People are going to follow our leadership here as they always do. I think you're going to see people that have gone offshore start to come back onshore. Our message to those folks is welcome home. This is the best place to engage in business. We want you here interacting with. We're just really looking forward to all of these companies coming back on shore that have left. And, I think the other jurisdictions will follow suit with what we're doing. I think that Genius effectively kills any CBDCs across the world. And, look, we have the Anti-CBDC Act as well, which we're very supportive of. But I think you pretty much accomplish that with Genius. I mean, no one's going to want to use a government-backed stablecoin when they have access to all these different private opportunities. So, there's a lot of things that are tucked in here that, and it's a little bit nuanced, but they're huge. They're hugely important to the United States of America, and the rest of the world is going to follow our lead.
Amazing, guys. And I think the ripple effect is a little nod to the industry. Abs, add so we can be members on the channel. Okay, guys, if you're open to that, I would love to do that. We can add a members portion of this channel. And I think that's a great idea. So you know what, Messi, I'm screenshotting this. I'm going to get this done either this week or tonight even. So shout out to you. Thank you so much. And we listen to your feedback, guys. Kevin commented, and a huge thank you to Kevin, another Canadian. We love our Canadians here on GEC. He said, wait for interest rates to drop and for ETFs to go live. I don't think the run will be over in 3 weeks. Shout out to you. I agree. I think that this bull run probably lasts significantly into the fall. There's a pause right around October, November-ish. Maybe it picks up towards the beginning of 2026, and that is when we hit peak market euphoria. It's not just me who says this. Raoul Paul is also talking about the banana zone, right? BANAN B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Banana Zone. I have to sing that song, guys. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. You all know that one. But guys, Raoul Paul has said he believes that this crypto bull market is going to go into the first and second quarter of 2026. Clay Davis said it's bananas. I don't want to sing, guys. You know what? I will sing at a $10 XRP. You're going to be cringing, but I'll be singing. And I shout out to you guys. We do have 20,000 live listeners. I do just want to give one final plug here and a massive thank you, guys. We did officially pass 10,000 subscribers on the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel, and we breezed past it. We are at 11.3 thousand subscribers, and a big portion of that is because of the Jake Claver interview that I released on Friday. We got 96,000 views, nearly 5,000 likes on this interview. So if you enjoy this content, you're going to love some of the other content that we produce in our channel. Head on over to YouTube, type in Good Evening Crypto. This page will come up right away, and you can start enjoying daily content and live streams with our entire community. And as the XRP price chart keeps making our listeners money, I think the XRP community is going to continue to grow. And here's another one. Joseph Ray, shout out to you, the official surfer of the Good Evening Crypto community. Massive thank you for the $10 donation, my friend. Abs is live on a Sunday. Chee-hoo! Let's ride this wave to all-time high. Shout out to you guys. And if we get a daily closure today above 350, that would be a weekly closure above 350 as well. That is a highest. Jonathan said, don't sing the song. All right, Jonathan, I'll take your advice. Sorry, that would be the highest weekly close in the history of XRP. So a $3.50 weekly close tonight, that would be both the highest daily closure and the highest weekly closure for the XRP price chart in the history of this community. Shout out to you, Joseph Ray. I really appreciate your $10 donations and the fact that you are always here on almost every single stream. So thank you so much on both Good Evening and Good Morning Crypto. John Raymond said, best crypto show available, and it's absolutely free, right? That's the best part about this. We come on here, we share this positive energy, we get to enjoy making money together. We're not talking Lambos over here. We're talking about setting our families up for success, and that's much more important. Messy Leo with the 20. Thank you so much. He said, Free Willy, guys, with the laughing emojis. Now, if Johnny Krypto was here, he'd be rolling on the floor laughing for that inside joke, but I'm not going to do it. Robert Lucas said, oh boy, Abs is going to sing at $10, singing about Johnny's lake house address so we can all swarm his deck. Shout out to Johnny Krypto's lake house. I think the deal was, guys, if XRP reached $100, I'd leak Johnny Krypto's lake house address. That may be the first time ever I don't stick to my word, but we'll have to see. Of course, I'm kidding. A man called Nuris, I think that's how I'm pronouncing that. $10, massive thank you. He said, standing tall on a Sunday. Thank you, Abs. Guys, we should be chin up, chest out, walking around throughout this weekend. You should be in Walmart, and people should be saying, wow, that's not an NPC. That is a powerful human being right there. And there's 21,000 people here celebrating this momentum with us. Reminder, guys, this is a moment to celebrate. And we waited years to not only see a $2 XRP, it has been 8 years since we saw a $3 XRP. So I couldn't be more excited that we're here doing this thing together. Bobby Carlson, a Boston, Massachusetts representative. Shout out to you. Abs, we were supposed to have a GMC party. Now we can still have a GMC party. We'll just have to add some GEC members to that community party as well. And I want to give a huge shout out to Reggie Nuts. Massive thank you to you, my friend. You're here every day. I appreciate you being so active in the community. Reggie says, with the $10 dono, at 100,000 subs, we get the tin foil hat. That's a promise, guys. 10,000. When we get to 100,000 subs, I will 100% raffle off a tin foil hat, give it away completely free. I may do that at 20,000. I think that's a great idea, Reggie. So thank you for that great idea. Jordan Bow with the super sticker out of Canada. Thank you so much. $3.99 out of Canada. Big thank you to Jordan, another member of our community. And Jordan, you've been here before. We will see you again, my friend, and hopefully with a higher XRP price target. Now, Mr. Flex-A-Lot, shout out to you. Hopefully you're out there flexing on this beautiful Sunday morning. You could be flexing your biceps or your portfolio. Really depends now in the XRP community. Congratulations on the 10,000 subs. Huge thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you so much. But guys, this whole thing is just getting started. And I'm going to show you a video of Raoul Paul right now, breaking down what alt season could look like in 2025 and heading into 2026. Subscribe to the channel. Throw your comments in chat. We appreciate the fact that you guys are here and actively talking to us. There's a reason I do a live stream every time I can instead of just releasing a video. I want to hear from the community. Make no mistake about it. We're going to let this short clip play. We got 21,000 live listeners, over 1,267 watching on the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel. So be sure to smash that subscribe, hit the like button, share your thoughts in chat. Here we go.
It's not a mystery. It is a repeat of the debt cycle. They are rolling the debts. They are doing the same thing. Each cycle is not to do with a halving cycle, nothing to do with any of that. It's all driven by liquidity cycle and funding of debts. Each phase, we get phase one of the banana zone, banana number one. The corrective zone, banana number two comes. Another correction, banana number three. So this is the banana zone. So that's what happened in 2020, 2021. Off we go. Sorry, that was 2017, which again looks very similar to this one. That was the last one. Here we are now. It can't be clearer to me. I've shown you the macro evidence, the technical evidence, the sentiment evidence. Everything here suggests to me that hold on to your hats. Don't fuck this up. Don't lose control of your tokens. Don't use leverage. Don't get your wallet hacked. Just sit with it. Be careful. Don't get FOMO. Do all of the right things, and we'll go up to the next phase of correction zone. That's going to be harder because the next one that happens, we'll have a 35% drop, and you'll all say, "Is it over?" And you'll definitely be sure it's over. And everybody on Twitter will tell you it's over, and it won't be over. By our work, we suggest that because of the elongation of the business cycle, because rates were higher for longer, the forward-looking liquidity suggests that, again, probabilistically speaking, without any guarantees, this whole thing goes into Q1, maybe Q2 of 2026, which would align with Trump's, trying to win the midterms as well. So everything's lined up for us. I think it started. So keep the faith, keep building stuff, and let's keep driving Siri forward with all of this.
I love it, guys, because the reality is if this thing goes into 2026, that means a $3.50 XRP is just the beginning. And I've said it time and time again, but Raoul Paul is saying it. We've got massive Bitcoin investors capitulating, being like, XRP looks prime for $5. The haters have turned into supporters. The anti-crypto crowd has turned into our biggest advocates here in Wall Street. And all of the retail investors who are here right now, you're here before the biggest moment, which is the passing of the Clarity Act and the approval of crypto ETFs, including XRP, which is set to occur in October of 2025. But I'm going to take you through another update here. As earlier this week, we got a massive update for the RLUSD stablecoin. And I've talked about this time and time again, where the RLUSD stablecoin is going to become the standard for the crypto industry. I just want to provide this really quick update out of Brad Garlinghouse. A lot of people watched the event on Friday and said, why wasn't Brad Garlinghouse in attendance? He responded here and he gave us a reason as to why. So Stuart Alderati said, I was honored to be at the White House for the signing of the ceremony for the Genius Act into law. As promised, this is the most crypto forward administration we have ever seen. And we don't have this in 2025. We have this in 26, 27, and 2028 as well. So 3 more years of a pro-crypto administration. Brad Garlinghouse quoted this and said, Team Ripple at the White House celebrating a historic day for crypto. Bummed I wasn't able to make it in person, but celebrating from afar. So again, Brad Garlinghouse is so busy that he couldn't make the president signing in the Genius Act. You got to tell, I mean, guys, where do you think Brad Garlinghouse was that was a higher priority than this? Is he talking to a bank? Is he working with a company? That is what I would love to know. And Nick does rock. Nick with the $20 dono. Massive thank you for the $20 donation on this Sunday morning. And it's a celebration stream, guys. Donald Trump, Brad Garlinghouse, XRP. We are winning in the crypto community. And I've said it since January. You may even get tired of winning here in 2025. The the Pro Crypto Administration could be called the Pro XRP Administration. And I do think it's noteworthy that when Bo Hines answered that question about crypto adoption, he said there will be a ripple effect, right? There'll be a ripple effect. He could have used any word. He could have used anything. And he said ripple. So that's important to mention, guys. But let's dive into our update about the RLUSD stablecoin, because this is another article I think you all will appreciate. The RLUSD stablecoin got the official ranking, and I'm going to have to do this live. I apologize, guys, that I have to pull this up right in front of you all, but we're going to do it live on air. Here it is. Just give me one moment here, guys. So we are going to pull up this update here. So Ripple's RLUSD is the number one stablecoin. RLUSD has been ranked the number one stablecoin with an A rating by Blue Chip, an independent stablecoin rating agency. Trust, transparency, and tech, they are all setting the stage here for RLUSD. And I'm going to take you through the Blue Chip thread, which I also have saved in my bookmarks down here, where they outline what makes RLUSD the best stablecoin. And it's right here. The highest rated stablecoin on Blue Chip has never changed, but today, RLUSD, the Ripple stablecoin, becomes the new number one ranked stablecoin. Blue Chip is beginning coverage for RLUSD by Ripple with an initial rating of an A. This reflects our view that RLUSD is one of the safest stablecoins available. And I'm going to take you through the details here, but I wanted to point out what I showed you guys last week. RLUSD's daily trading volume is through the roof. It's up, I believe, 600% in the past 7 days. And I'm going to pull up the volume right now. It's only going to show you how much volume it's doing on the day. We did over $2.15 billion worth of trading volume on Friday. Today, that volume is 100 million. Something happened this week where the RLUSD stablecoin usage was not only ramped up, it did a 6x in a matter of days. And this could be one of the reasons as to why, as Blue Chip is telling us here in this thread, the RLUSD stablecoin, it's the standard for stablecoins. This got over 850,000 views. And here's what they had to say as to why. RLUSD's reserves are held by the Bank of New York Mellon, which is the largest banking custodian of financial securities in the world and is classified as systematically important financial institution. That means if something happens to BNY Mellon, the Federal Reserve will print money and bail them out. That's what that means right there. They're too big to fail, okay? RLUSD's second bullet point, their reserves are held in segregated accounts. So for the benefit of token holders, these assets will likely remain protected from any potential bankruptcy of the issuer. Another form of security. And the third bullet point, institutional investors can mint and redeem RLUSD directly with the issuer. So retail users can access to secondary markets via centralized or decentralized exchanges. And remember what Brad Garlinghouse told us. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. I believe Hidden Road is now using the RLUSD stablecoin to facilitate settlements and to facilitate transactions for the Hidden Road services. Brad came out the other day, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and said, RLUSD will be available for every single one of Hidden Road's use cases. That means the demand is going to be off the charts. And Monica Long followed that update with this one right here, where she said, as trillions of dollars of assets, meaning stocks, bonds, real estates, and the list goes on, become tokenized around the world, you cannot overstate the importance of bank-grade custody and security underpinning these assets. I'm proud to have Ripple custody safeguarding the Dubai Land Department's real estate title deeds tokenized on the XRP ledger. No elementary task. Tokenized assets, stablecoins, smart contracts, crypto ETFs, all of these different spigots of liquidity are being turned on for the XRP ledger. And our community is here celebrating on July 20th, 2025, as we watch the XRP price chart reach targets we have never seen before. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. I want to give a massive thank you to everyone who donated like we always do. I'm going to hit them all very quickly at the end of the stream. We got 23,000 live listeners here joining us. Be sure to come on over, subscribe to the brand new Good Evening Crypto channel, where we will be giving away a signed David Schwartz hat to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. So check it out. You're going to get daily content. And of course, go and check out this video right here. 96,000 views in only a day and a half. Our interview with Jake Claver talking about the possibility of a $1,000 XRP. So check it out, guys. I think you're going to love it. Thank you to Mac. Thank you to Alex Nari, Favo. We've got Kevin. We've got Joseph Ray, Messi, a man called Nuris, Reggie Nuts, Jordan, Nick Rocks, and of course, Dr. XRP with the $2 dono right now. He said, the key to making money is to stay invested. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. That's a mic drop quote right there from Dr. XRP. We'll see you all in 72 hours. I just want to say this. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the pump. Go out, touch some grass, hug some family. A lot of our listeners have made more money in the past week than they've made in their entire lives. Enjoy that. Pat yourself on the back and celebrate the fact that you weren't scared out of this project. You knew what you hold, you double down and you can enjoy that success going forward. So we love you guys. We appreciate you all. Can't wait to see you all live again tonight. I said 72 hours. I don't know why. I'm going to be back again tonight, probably 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, with my boy Johnny Krypto, celebrating what will be the highest weekly close in the history of XRP. We love you all. We'll see you all, and we'll see you in the next one.